So our next topic is factors that facilitated industrial developments in Kenya since colonial era. So we want to see what are some of the factors that have spurred industrial growth in Kenya since independence. We want to begin by seeing this. One of them is existence of raw materials such as trona. When we talk about trona, this is the soda ash in Lake Makati, fluorspar in Kerio Valley, and limestone in Kariandusi. All of them have facilitated industrial takeoff here in Kenya. Another important factor is the several water bodies like Lake Victoria and the Indian Ocean has provided fish for fish processing industries. Another important factor also which has led to industrial development in Kenya since independence is forests have provided timber for the timber or the furniture industry. We have also the rich scenery. Kenya is rich in sceneries or the natural outlook, especially in the scenes of Mount Kenya. We have the Aberdares, we have the Rift Valley. All of them have rich wildlife, and this has promoted tourism. We have Masai Mara and many other scenes which are very captivating, and tourists have been coming to Kenya. This has become one of the foreign earners to our economy. Kenya's rivers also have enough water for hydroelectric power. There is also high population. The increase in population has also provided ready markets and labor to the industries. And also they consume those products or those produce from the industries. So population increase has provided labor and market. The rich agricultural farmlands as produces raw materials for the agricultural industries. Kenya is blessed with rich agricultural farmlands which produce raw materials to agro-based industries. We have also the transport and communication, that is the construction of railway lines, roads. All of them have facilitated movement of raw materials to factories and the markets. So those are some of the factors that have facilitated industrial development in Kenya since independence. Now, I want to ask this question. Why government promoted industrialization? Why has the government promoted industrialization? Why has the government promoted industrialization? One of the reasons why government has promoted industrialization is one is to attain rapid growth in industrial output. Today in this world, countries which have attained economic stability is because of industries. So Kenya cannot be exception. If Kenya is to catch up with other developed countries, they should develop industries. And that's why the government is promoting industrialization, because they want to attain rapid growth through industrial output. Another one is to create employment. Industries can offer employment to many people. So to create employment. 3 is to earn foreign exchange. Once we've produced our goods, we can send them to other countries. We sell them to other countries, thus earning exchange. To utilize the local resources. And lastly is to create local industrial skills. So those are some of the 5 reasons why government has promoted industrialization in Kenya. But we want to see steps taken by the government to do this. What are some of the steps the government has taken to boost growth of industries? Steps taken by government to boost industrial growth What steps has the government taken to boost industrial growth? One of them is that in 1963, there was the establishment of Development Finance Company of Kenya. Development Finance Company of Kenya. Development Finance Company of Kenya. And also, the establishment of what we call the Industrial Commercial Development. Industrial Commercial, that is the Industrial and Commercial Development Company. These two were aimed at financing industrial projects in Kenya. That is the establishment of Development Finance Company of Kenya and what we call Industrial and Commercial Development. All of them were aimed at giving finances or financing by industrial developments in Kenya. They were established in 1963. Another important step taken by the government to boost industrial growth in Kenya is the passing of the Foreign Investment Act. The passing of the Foreign Investment Act of 1964, which allowed foreign investors to repatriate their profits. So in 1964, foreign investors were allowed to repatriate their foreign investment. What does that mean? Once a foreign investor is invested in Kenya and made some profits, so they are allowed to repatriate part of those profits. So there was the passing of the Foreign Investment Act of 1964. Another important step. So the reason behind that repatriation of profit is it was to encourage more foreign investors to come and invest in Kenya. Another important step taken by government is the establishment of Kenya Industrial Estates in 1966 to facilitate the expansion of industrial estates. Establishment of Kenya Industrial Estates. Kenya Industrial Estates, KIE. KIE, this was to facilitate the expansion of industrial estates. Lastly is the government also set up what we call the Capital Issue Committee. The Capital Issue Committee, that was in 1971. This was meant to regulate the movement of capital from Kenya. The Capital Issue Committee was set up in 1971 to regulate the movement of capital from Kenya. So those are some of the steps taken by the government to boost industrial growth in Kenya. Now, let us see the challenges facing industrial growth in Kenya. Challenges. Industrial growth in Kenya. What are some of the challenges facing industrial growth in Kenya? One of them is limited industrial market for large industrial development. Limited industrial market for large industrial development. Poorly laid infrastructure. Poorly laid infrastructure like roads, railway lines, and many others. Then we have poverty limits industrialization. When people are poor, who then will invest in industries? Limited industrial power and high cost of fuel petroleum is another challenge. Mismanagement, nepotism, corruption, and lack of transparency in parastatals. Competition from developed countries who dominate market internationally. We have also competition from synthetic products and second-hand goods like mitumba. Low purchasing power, limited skill power, and entrepreneurship is another challenge. Poor planning and execution of plans by the government. The problem of multinationals whose interest may not be for Kenya's progress. We have imported machinery is also very expensive. And then lastly is shortage of raw materials, e.g. cotton for textile industries. So those are some of the challenges and many others facing industrial growth in Kenya. Lastly, let us see the effects of Kenya's industrial development. Effects. Kenya's industrial development. Effects of industrialization in Kenya. One of the key effects is industrialization has led to increase in employment opportunities. Many people have been employed by the industries. It has also led to diversification. It has led to diversification of the economy and has liberated over-reliance on agricultural sector. So it has led to diversification of the economy and has liberated over-reliance on agricultural sector. Infrastructure has also been improved to promote industries. It has also led to optimum utilization of natural resources and agricultural raw materials. It has also led to urbanization, growth of towns. Where there is an industry, a town will automatically grow because people who work in the industry might live around. And so it leads to growth of towns. It has also led to cultural interaction, which has increased due to industrial expansion. People come from different places and they interact. It has also enabled Kenya to be self-reliant in some products such as soft drinks, beer and other products. So those are some of the effects of industrial development in Kenya. Those are some of the effects of industrial development in Kenya. So that marks the end of our lesson for now. Good day.